Hello, I'm Kimilia and you're watching KiniNews. Anthony Loke has responded to Muhyiddin's remarks on UMNO members being told to support Pakatan Harapan in the upcoming state elections. He reminded Muhyiddin that he once stood on Pakatan Harapan and DAP's side to campaign together in the 14th general election. DAP Secretary General Anthony Loke has reminded Bersatu President Muhyiddin Yassin that Pakatan Harapan and DAP had campaigned together with him in the 14th general election. He said this in response to Muhyiddin's remarks that the request by UMNO Supreme Council member Ahmad Maslan for party members to support DAP candidates went against UMNO's principles. Loke said it was a logical move as parties that work together should support each other.
Dia mungkin dah lupa kot. Dia dulu pun bersama dengan Pakatan Harapan. Dia dulu pun sudah tentu berkempen untuk DAP dan Pakatan Harapan. Begitu juga DAP juga berkempen untuk dia. Di kawasan Parlimen Pagoh, kalau bukannya pengundi-pengundi ataupun penyokong-penyokong PH memberikan undi kepada beliau, tidak mungkin beliau menang semasa PIU tahun 2018, PIU ke-14.
Previously, Ahmad had said that since UMNO was already part of the coalition government, its members must abide by party discipline, including following any orders ahead of the state elections. He had urged UMNO voters in the 6 states to vote for Pakatan Harapan candidates in the name of the unity government. Perak MB Sarani Muhammad rallied government assembly persons in a show of force today to deny claims by an opposition leader that the Perak government was no longer stable. Perak Menteri Besar Sarani Muhammad has dismissed Perak PAS Commissioner Razman Zakaria's claims that there have been attempts to change the state government recently. In a press conference in Ipoh today, which was attended by 30 state lawmakers, Sarani said Razman was deliberately trying to create an impression of disunity in his administration.
Kerajaan negeri Perak bukan sahaja kuat dan stabil, malah semakin kukuh dengan didorong semangat kebersamaan, sifat bertanggungjawab dan kesungguhan termasuk untuk menjayakan setiap agenda yang digariskan dalam Pelan Perak Sejahtera 2030.
Sarani also challenged Razman to state who are the 4 assembly persons he allegedly met and urged him to refrain from making statements that would affect confidence in the economy. Sarani became the Menteri Besar after securing the support of 32 assembly persons. BN has 9 seats in the state assembly, while allied Pakatan Harapan held 24. The opposition has 26 seats. Even if Razman managed to engineer defections, he will not be able to form a government outright because Perak has laws that would render a seat vacant should the incumbent defect. MCA wants Zahid Hamidi to focus on component parties within his coalition and not only on other political parties in the government. MCA Secretary General Chong Sin Woon has called on BN Chairperson Ahmad Zahid Hamidi to focus on BN component parties and not other political partners. In a statement today, Zahid must be cautious when speaking about cooperation between BN and Pakatan Harapan. He said as the BN Chairperson, Zahid should look after the interests of BN component parties, not Harapan and especially DAP. He said cooperation between BN and Harapan must be reciprocal and benefit both. He added that any position held by MCA must be announced by their leaders, specifically the MCA president and not others. Chong is believed to have been responding to Zahid's call for BN supporters to back Harapan, including DAP, in the upcoming 6 state elections. MCA's role in the upcoming 6 state election is still unclear. They do not hold any seats in those 6 states. Last week, Zahid had called on UMNO supporters to back Harapan candidates, just as how they have backed MCA and MIC candidates in the past. DAP National Publicity Secretary Tioni Ching had also urged DAP supporters to back UMNO candidates in the state elections. Asmin Ali has announced that he intends to stick to his decision on not contesting in the upcoming 6 state elections. Asmin Ali does not intend to contest in the upcoming state elections. Speaking to reporters at the Selangor Perikatan Nasional Raya Open House celebrations in Shah Alam last night, he said he would make way for new faces in the election.
I have made it known that I want to take a break. I have served 7 terms. 1 term in Ulu Klang, 3 terms in Bukit Antarabangsa, and 3 terms in Gombak. 7 terms. So I think we should allow the younger generations to succeed.
The Bukit Antarabangsa incumbent said this in response to reports yesterday speculating that he may be moved to contest a safer seat in Morib for the Selangor state election. When questioned whether he would consider contesting if the Perikatan Nasional leadership asked him to, Asmin acknowledged that there had been casual talks on the matter. However, he said no official discussions have been held on that and he would leave it to the wisdom of the leaders in PN. The Selangor PN chief also expressed confidence and optimism about his coalition's performance in the upcoming state election. The civil court ordered Charles Santiago today to apologize to Islamic preacher Zakir Naik. Former Klang MP Charles Santiago has apologized to Islamic preacher Zakir Naik. This is over his public statement in 2019 linked to the defunct militant group Liberation Tigers of Tamil Ilam. The apology came after the High Court in Kuala Lumpur this morning found that he had defamed Zakir in the latter's defamation suit against him. During a public lecture in late November 2019, Charles had made a statement linking Zakir to the then mass arrests of 12 individuals over investigations by authorities into alleged LTTE links. However, the civil court found that Charles had not defamed Zakir in relation to the other press statement regarding the preacher's Kelantan ceramah in August 2019. In his brief ruling, Judge Akhtar Tahir, however, said Zakir is only entitled to an apology from Charles and not damages, as the LTTE remark did not tarnish the image and reputation of the plaintiff. The judge said the remarks have in fact enhanced the reputation of the plaintiff as being someone who is influential in Malaysia. Akhtar then called Zakir and Charles, who were present during proceedings, to come forward and ask the defendant to make a public apology on the LTTE statement. The High Court in Kuala Lumpur denied the application by Pagoh MP Lim Lip Eng to stay a 2 million ringgit defamation ruling against him, pending his appeal to the Court of Appeal. His lawyer said the civil court judge ruled that there were no special circumstances for the stay and ordered Lim to pay 3,000 ringgit in costs to plaintiffs Monspace Sediran Berhad and its founder Jesse Lai. They also confirmed that Lim will file an application with the Court of Appeal to stay the civil court verdict pending disposal of the appeal. On March 16th, the High Court ruled in favor of Monspace's defamation suit against Lim and ordered him to pay 2 million ringgit in damages and 250,000 ringgit in costs and make a public apology. The federal court has set August 10th to hear an appeal by King's Counsel Jonathan Laidlaw to act for Najib Abdul Razak in his 42 million ringgit SRC international case. This is despite the court on March 31st having dismissed Najib's application to review a decision by a different bench of the federal court to uphold his conviction and sentencing. When contacted, Najib's counsel Muhammad Farhan Muhammad Shafi confirmed the hearing date fixed during a May 18 case management of Laidlaw's appeal. Najib is currently serving his 12-year jail sentence at Kajang Prison. And that is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to KiniTV.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook for the latest news updates. If you'd like to support independent media, do consider subscribing to MalaysiaKini.com. I'm Kimilia. Thanks for watching.